So good afternoon, you guys. Today we're working on a car, and today I'm going to try to get our new EVAC system put in. Now, for those of you who remember from last year, this is the setup I ran. Just simple breathers on valve covers, but this year my engine builder said I need to be running the EVAC system, and it adds more horsepower. It helps out with the engine. It pulls the crankcase pressure out of the engine through the header, and we just got our header back not too long ago, and he welded in the fitting that you see here. So my goal today is to get it hooked up, get it running, and make sure everything's good. Now, I did buy the All-Star Performance brand, which is like the budget brand from my understanding. There's another one, I believe it's Kevco or something like that, but the whole system was like $300. But it came with like a block-off port for one of these breathers and whatnot. It was a real cool system, but just because money is tight, I did go with the All-Star Performance brand. So now I'm going to head to a place in Rock Hill. I believe the name is like Cardinal Rubber or something like that, and I'm going to find some hoses. I need to find one that goes from this here to the actual part of the valve cover right here to extend it up off the valve cover, and then I need a hose to run between this little port here and this little port here that goes on the header. Shouldn't be too hard to find the stuff for it. I just need like simple vacuum line, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I stand corrected. It's actually Carnival Rubber and Seal. And when I looked this company up, apparently they have like just all kinds of like rubber products, like seals and whatnot. But I was recommended this place by my engine builder, 3D Racing Engines. So we're going to go check it out. It's probably about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I'm at. So hopefully they have what I'm looking for. If not, I'll just stop on the way back and get or go to an auto parts store and see what they have there. But I'm sure they'll have what I need. Apparently they have a very large selection. So anywho, I'll see you guys once I am done shopping at this place. Okay, so I just got back from getting the tubing and whatnot. I have here my long tubing, which is going to connect between this little port here and this little fitting that has to go on the header. I have the thicker tubing, which is actually going to be used on the valve cover to raise this up much. I'm not going to be able to raise it up much just due to clearance with the hood and whatnot. So that one will kind of have to adjust. I also picked up a bracket from the shop so I can bolt this to the back of the engine and kind of keep this from dangling. What else do we have? I think that's it. I did pick up some hose clamps too. And the kit actually comes with another like fitting to weld into your header and whatnot for the other side, I guess. I'm not going to use it, but I will keep these as spare parts. But I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything set up. Okay, so you may notice that the hose is now different. That's because the other one, this little red one, did not fit. I'll hold on to it in case I ever need it for anything, but this one does actually fit over the little breather slot here. So I'm thinking I may come up about a ½ inch off of the, maybe even like 3/4 of an inch off of the little breather tube here and cut it there, and that's where I'll put my breather cap here, because I can't go up again too much further because this thing here is pointed up. So I'm going to try to keep it as low as I can, because my height cutoff is about like right here. That's about where my hood's going to sit. So I'm going to mark it, and then we'll cut it and install it, and then get the other side installed. My breather tube stops right there, so I think I'm going to come up to about right here. This cut, I actually missed the record button. I thought I hit it when I originally cut this these two pieces apart, but anyway, got this cut trimmed up, ready to go on the car. There we go, one sleeve installed. So I've got the cap on the hose here, and I've got it oriented to where it's not going to poke straight up against the hood. It's kind of off to the side here, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. Now I am going to go ahead and slide the other tube on here as well and get it in position. So originally the plan was to take this hose here, I pretty much routed it over my throttle linkage. I was going to mount it to a little bolt back here, but the way this is angled, that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to mount it to the firewall, and I'm going to leave a little bit of room to do that. I don't have something to do that with today, but I can at least get the hose down here to fit on the fitting. So we grabbed a 1-inch wrench. We're going to put this fitting on the header, and then we will run the EVAC line to it. Alright. And I guess we'll make a mark. Right there. Maybe. Yeah, I can see that. So I'm going to cut this, instead of taking this whole thing back off, since I have it routed and everything, I'm going to use this little wonderful saw here. So I'm going to fire the car up. I'm going to make sure this system's good, there's no leaks in it, and then I'll show you guys kind of how I end up routing this big EVAC tube here. Hopefully we'll pick up a little bit more horsepower with this, but also take care of that excess crankcase pressure that we've always dealt with. I think I may have misspoke on the Kevco system. I think I said it was like $300, but I may have misspoke. If I did, I will leave that in the description. And for this All-Star system, I ended up paying about $40 for it. So we'll see if it's worth it. We'll go ahead and get the engine fired right up. So you guys can see this thing up close. I ended up taking this tubing here, put it over the breather tube here. This is the little breather cap with the fitting, and it runs down over. I was going to mount it back here to one of the bolts, but after messing with it, I'm going to just pop rivet like a little bracket on here. I don't have one that I can pop rivet, but I'll get that done hopefully in the next video. And then it runs down here past the starter wire. I may put some heat wrap on it too, because it does get close to that header, and then goes through that little fitting right there and then out the header. So hopefully this will work. Like I said, I've never run one and I'm pretty happy with it. So anyways, you guys, that's all I have time for today. But I want to say a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. If you guys haven't already seen the video on our Patreon, I'll leave it up here in the top right of the video. Again, huge thanks to those guys. They help us keep these videos going, and thanks to all of our subscribers thus far. I'm really happy with producing content for you guys, and hopefully we'll get the body put on it and we'll go racing. I really can't say as of right now how long that's going to be. That may be a couple more weeks, but we're getting there. We really are getting there, and money was the big issue this year with everything kind of getting, you know, set back with the engine and whatnot. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and as always, we will see you in the next video.